Our boy Yuma starts the story by talking about a life-changing encounter with a metallic slime. And here's the flashback. My man just staring at a weird black ball, completely clueless. Meanwhile, the news is blowing up about a massive new dungeon appearing, setting the whole scene. Yuma, our high schooler MC, is just chilling on the couch, completely unbothered by the chaos. He's watching some influencer with dreads, who I'm calling Dungeon Streamer, doing his cringy intro. Dungeon Streamer is flexing in a snow dungeon, pointing out monsters like he's on a field trip. Then this clown casually zaps a monster with thunder magic just to show off for his stream. Of course, the monster drops a rare magic gem, because this dude's luck is just that broken. Yuma is absolutely seething on his couch as the streamer brags about his easy money. Our boy is just dripping with salt, thinking the whole dungeon crawling industry is a complete joke. We get a quick lesson on how magic gems are just monster guts, the foundation of this whole messed up economy. Yuma's still chewing on his popsicle, salty that only a few lucky bastards get to cash in on this. And who are the winners? Influencers, government pets, and big corporations. Shocker. Our boy is just flopped on the couch, whining about how unfair it is for a normie like him. His pity party gets interrupted by some serious barking, snapping him out of his emo phase for a second. His dog Mamazu is going absolutely feral, and Yuma finally gets off his ass to check it out. My man's first thought is a home invasion, because of course his day couldn't get any weirder. He's still in his feelings, thinking about how nothing ever goes right for him, even in his Crocs. He's having a full-blown existential crisis in his backyard, wearing a shirt that's just begging for irony. And then bam, he finds a literal plot hole in his yard, which is about to change everything. Yuma grabs a flashlight to investigate, while his dog Mamazu supervises like a tiny furry foreman. My man's still rocking the ironic turn-the-table shirt while questioning the random-ass cave in his yard. He ventures in, sensing something, probably expecting a raccoon and not a whole-ass plot device. And there it is, the little black ball of destiny just staring at him with those dead, soulless eyes. Yuma's first brilliant question to the mysterious creature is basically, "The hell are you?" He runs back inside to Google it, comparing a pic of a normal slime to the weirdo in his yard. The Monster Wiki confirms normal slimes are colorful and squishy, not emo and metallic like his new friend. He digs deeper and finds out this is a super rare metal slime, basically a cryptid from America. Then the wiki drops the bomb. No one has ever beaten one, and my boy's brain just short-circuits. But of course, his inner hater kicks in, trying to downplay his insane luck by calling the dungeon a glorified pothole. Yuma's still on his phone, trying to convince himself that a literal dungeon in his yard is no big deal. He's thinking only curious idiots would go in, which is some next-level foreshadowing for his own dumb ass. And there it is, the exact moment his brain connects unbeatable monster with jackpot. He's back to watching Dungeon Streamer, who's yapping about how dangerous the job is. What a clown. Then the streamer flashes the cash prize, magic gems worth millions, and our boy's greed gland activates. Dungeon Streamer seals the deal by calling it a dream come true, and Yuma is officially hooked. My man grabs a hammer, ready to live out the irony of his turn-the-table shirt. He's hyping himself up, thinking he can corner this tiny, supposedly harmless, unbeatable monster. Yuma takes a swing, and the slime just casually matrix dodges his attack like it's nothing. Now he's getting absolutely styled on by a bouncing metal ball, screaming like a child. Yuma discovers his hammer is about as effective as a wet noodle against this thing. The slime gets tired of being poked and just headbutts our boy into next week. And now he's nursing his L with a bag of ice because of course he is. My man is back on the couch, completely defeated after getting bodied by a metal blob. He's back to Googling, trying to figure out how he got styled on by a level 1 mob. He's warning his dog Mamazu about the vicious monster that just handed him his ass. The Monster Wiki is telling him slimes are weak, and our boy is calling absolute bullshit. He's reading the official stats, which are clearly gaslighting him about the thing that just rocked his shit. Then he learns his dungeon is a glorified pothole and you need magic for the real threats. The crushing reality hits that he's a magicless normie who just picked a fight he can't win. Yuma has a galaxy brain moment, thinking fire might be the slime's weakness. He immediately doubts himself, remembering he's a magicless loser with 0 skills. But then the gears start turning, realizing he doesn't need magic to commit arson. My man pulls out a BBQ torch, ready for round 2 in his still ironic shirt. He's trying to be all tactical now, sneaking up on the slime like a pro gamer. The slime is still dodging his attacks, and Yuma is back to throwing a tantrum. Then the slime chooses violence and headbutts the damn gas canister. And boom, our boy gets blown up by his own half-assed plan. Yuma is back on the floor, completely wrecked, after taking his second L from a level 1 mob. He's officially given up and decides to just board the hole and ignore his problems. Yuma's now complaining about having to call the cops on the thing that just handed him his ass. My man is deep in his feelings, wishing he'd just stayed on the couch and never found his ticket to pain. He's going full emo protagonist, whining about how nothing in his life has ever gone right. And there's the solution, a few planks of wood to cover the literal plot hole in his yard. Problem solved. Our boy is just staring out the window, marinating in the 2 L's he just took from a metal gumball. But even after getting folded twice, he can't let it go, asking himself why he's still obsessed. And just like that, the dumbass is back on his feet, rummaging around for his next terrible idea. His new galaxy brain theory is that bug spray will work on a metal slime because... reasons. My man proudly presents his new weapon for round 3, a can of cooling spray. This is just sad. He's combining his last 2 failures, planning to freeze it, then torch it. This idiot thinks he's a physicist now. Our boy is making a dramatic, if this fails, I quit speech, which is the biggest lie he's told all day. Yuma is back for round 3, standing over the hole like this is some kind of epic final boss battle. He realizes the slime is a homebody, forcing him to actually enter the glorified pothole he was just mocking. My man is having a moment of doubt before jumping into the cave with the thing that already styled on him twice. He's finally in the cave, squaring up against the metal gumball with his brilliant freeze and burn combo. Yuma starts his master plan by hitting the slime with the cooling spray, which is basically just high-tech bug spray. My man is genuinely shocked that step 1 of his half-assed science project actually worked. And of course, the can explodes because this dumbass didn't read the warning label about flammable gas. He somehow survives his own stupidity and thinks he's lucky the gas is contained in the tiny-ass cave. Yuma thinks he's finally cracked the code, screaming that his plan is working as the slime starts to break. Yuma spots his trusty hammer from round 1, ready to deliver the final bonk. My man is going for the kill shot, finally trying to live up to his ironic-ass shirt. And I shit you not, the metal gumball actually cracks and shatters into pieces. Our boy is in complete disbelief that his galaxy brain plan somehow didn't blow him up again. But of course, after all that, there's no magic gem. He took 3 L's for absolutely nothing. He's trying to cope hard, acting like the moral victory is enough, but we know he's salty. Yuma declares his fierce struggle over and decides to patch the plot hole with cardboard. The narrator hits us with the "or so I thought" because this dumbass's problems are never over. The next morning, Mamazu is back on his bullshit, barking like the world is ending again. His mom sends him to check on the dog, kicking off the next chapter of his suffering. Yuma realizes his dog Mamazu is going feral over the boarded-up plot hole again. And what do you know? The metal gumball that handed him 3 L's is back for more. We cut to some fancy-ass research organization in Israel because the plot just got global, and we meet our new pretty boy, Professor Four Eyes, who looks way too smug to be a good guy. Someone's calling out Professor Four Eyes, who's probably busy admiring his own reflection. His assistant, Clark, has to listen to him wax poetic about some old rock. Professor Four Eyes is geeking out over a stone tablet from the world's deepest dungeon. My man gets a real psycho grin on his face, ready to drop some world-ending lore. He's hyping up a prophecy about a monster king ending the world. You know, casual Tuesday stuff. And we cut back to the city with a random ow, which probably means Yuma stubbed his toe. Our boy Yuma is back to his default state, pissed off and done with everything. My man's walking to school with his brain on a loop, just repeating slime like a broken record. He gets ambushed on his way to school because, of course, his day can't just be normal. And we meet the childhood friend, Band-Aid Girl, who's already roasting him for being a spaz. Band-Aid Girl is teasing him about getting all shy, classic childhood friend behavior. She calls him out for being early, because fighting a metal gumball is a great alarm clock. Our boy tries to play it cool, but he's got the 1,000-yard stare of a man who's fought a pothole. Band-Aid Girl starts asking about some other friend, setting up the next dose of emotional damage. She says the word dungeon, and our boy has a full-blown flashback to his recent L's. And the punchline, their friend wants to be a dungeon crawler, the very thing Yuma was just hating on. Our boy is still hating on the dungeon trend while Band-Aid Girl tries to explain it's not just a fad. Band-Aid Girl hits him with the facts, basically calling him a clueless hermit for not knowing this. And there's the face of a man whose entire hater worldview is crumbling in real time. She's dropping lore about healing dungeons, and my man's chibi brain is just like, nah, still hate it. Then she drops the existential bomb, asking our directionless boy what his future plans are. My man's brain is buffering, realizing he knows jack shit about how the world actually works now. She's hyping up their other friend for having his life together, which is a low-key roast of Yuma. Our boy tries to play it cool, acting like he's got a secret master plan when we know he doesn't. We get a quick tutorial from some creepy plushies explaining that monsters respawn because video game logic. And the punchline, magic gems have a 1% drop rate, which explains why it's such a grind. Our boy Yuma realizes the metal gumball respawns, turning his one-time L into a daily subscription to pain. My man's doing gotcha math, thinking a 1% drop rate means a guaranteed drop after 100 tries. Bless his heart. And just like that, the greed gland is back online, dreaming of $1 million from this glorified gumball. This dumbass is already planning his retirement, not realizing a 37% chance of getting nothing is pretty damn high. We get a flashback to Band-Aid Girl hyping up their friend, who probably has a 401k and not a pothole dungeon. Yuma's convinced he's found a life hack, completely ignoring the 3 L's he already took from this thing. My man's celebrating with his trusty hammer, completely oblivious that his get-rich-quick scheme is about to get real slow. The narrator drops a fat dose of foreshadowing, because we all know this is going to go sideways for him. And here's the montage of our boy getting absolutely nothing, smashing the same gumball day after day. Yuma is absolutely mauling on the floor because the gacha gods have forsaken his ass. No gems, just pain. Our boy is having a financial crisis, realizing his get-rich-quick scheme is just making him broke. The daily grind has officially folded him, and my man is looking absolutely defeated. He's having a full-blown meltdown while his dog Mamazu tries to lick the salt off his face. And just like that, a random burst of protagonist energy hits him, because of course it does. My man gives his dog all the credit, who's probably just wondering why his face is so salty. He's back on his bullshit, romanticizing his suffering for $1 million payday that's nowhere in sight. My man's so deep in the grind, he's now trying to find his monster-slaying gear on sale. His intense coupon hunting session gets interrupted by a voice from his past. And it's a flashback to Band-Aid Girl's existential question, which is still living in his head rent-free. Our boy is just staring at his life choices in the hardware aisle, looking completely dead inside. Our boy is still having his emo moment, admitting he knows jack shit about his own future. My man's having a full-blown existential crisis while staring at his Crocs, a true rock-bottom moment. We get a dramatic time-skip montage, because our boy's suffering is apparently a 4-season event. And we're back at school with Band-Aid Girl, who Yuma calls the devil for just saying hi. My man realizes it's Valentine's Day and acts all salty, like he's too cool for chocolate and happiness. He's trying to play it cool, asking about her chocolates, but we all know he's hoping for a handout. She offers him some, and this dumbass immediately says no, pretending he doesn't like sweets. And then he folds instantly, admitting he loves sweets. This man has the spine of a wet noodle. Band-Aid Girl drops that she wants to get into the dungeon business, reminding Yuma of his own failures. She asks if he's interested, and our boy denies it so hard you just know he's lying through his teeth. Band-Aid Girl drops another girl's name, and Yuma's brain just blue screens trying to process the question. She hits him with the "oh, I just assumed" line, a low-key roast about his past popularity. And then she just dips, leaving our boy to have a full-blown existential crisis in the middle of the hallway. After school, my man is still moping, trying to sneak out before he has to deal with more feelings. The school bell rings, officially ending another day of our boy's suffering and social awkwardness. Yuma is just wandering aimlessly, deep in his emo bag after that emotional drive-by in the morning. And then bam, he gets ambushed with a slap to the ass because his day wasn't weird enough. It's Band-Aid Girl again, who basically admits she assaulted him because he was trying to ditch her. My man folds immediately, admitting he was just loitering like a creep hoping to see her. She offers him the chocolates with a side of emotional damage, calling him out for being a friendless loser. Band-Aid Girl calls his bluff, demanding to see the other chocolates he totally doesn't have. My man is forced to choke out a thank you like it's physically painful for him. He tries to save face with the most pathetic lie, claiming he's gotten other chocolates. And Band-Aid Girl just laughs in his face because she knows he's a friendless loser. She dips out, leaving our boy to marinate in the social L he just took. But wait, she pulls a 180 and gets all serious, because the emotional damage isn't over yet. Yuma's tiny brain finally connects the dots, asking why he got pity chocolate and their popular friend didn't. Band-Aid Girl hits him with the classic, "it's obvious," like he's supposed to understand girl logic. She explains her pity-based friendship logic. She has to keep things balanced for her loser friend. Ouch. And we get a dramatic time skip, because our boy needs a whole night to process that friend-zoning. Yuma is absolutely losing his shit over Band-Aid Girl's balance comment, ready to take his rage out on the gumball. My man is back at the plot hole, screaming Band-Aid Girl's name like this is his villain origin story. He's taking all his romantic frustration out on the metal slime, just absolutely beating its ass. And after his little temper tantrum, our boy is just completely gassed, standing over the metallic corpse. Yuma's back to his default emo setting, whining about how his life sucks even after a successful kill. But wait, the slime pieces start doing some weird voodoo shit, and our boy is just staring, completely clueless. The slime's remains are now having a rave, and Yuma's brain is just buffering, trying to process the light show. And I shit you not, a magic gem just materializes out of thin air, finally hitting that 1% gotcha drop. The narrator drops the bomb that this took 181 days. My man wasted half a year of his life on this. Yuma is absolutely losing his mind, celebrating like he just won the lottery and not just a rock from a pothole. Yuma is clutching his prize like he just won the Super Bowl after 181 days of pure pain. My man is admiring his prize, the one rock he got after 6 months of getting his ass beat daily. This dumbass is already spending his $1,000,000, planning a retirement party and a feast for Mamazu. The hype train derails as he takes a closer look at his so-called $1,000,000 rock. Our boy is wondering why his $1,000,000 gem looks like a piece of gravel from the driveway. And we're back to Googling because his gem looks more like a lump of iron ore. The wiki hits him with a lore drop. His pothole is a black dungeon, the off-brand version. And the reason they're not popular is because they're not popular. Thanks, Captain Obvious. Turns out it drops magic ore, which is basically a workout supplement with a 0% success rate. And the punchline? His half-year grind for $1,000,000 just got valued at pocket change. Our boy is face down on his bed, having a staring contest with the worthless rock he wasted half a year on. My man is finally processing that his dungeon is just the off-brand dollar store version. Yuma is back to his default setting, flopped on his bed, whining about being broke and pathetic. He's doing the math and realizes he's wasted 5 months of his life on a glorified pet rock. And we get a flashback to Band-Aid Girl reminding him that he's about to be a senior with 0 life plans. Yuma is just rolling around in his own failure, marinating in the L he took for half a year. My man admits he knew it was a scam but still wasted his life on it, which is a new level of self-own, and a sudden jolt of anxiety hits him as he remembers something that's about to make him feel even worse. It's a flashback to Band-Aid Girl hyping up their other friend, the one who isn't a professional pothole puncher. Our boy goes full chibi mode, trying to convince himself not to compare his failures to his friend's success. Our boy tries to have a dramatic "I'm moving on" moment, but his dog is already barking about the sequel. Yuma is trying to tell his dog the daily quest has been canceled, but Mamazu knows the grind never stops. And just like clockwork, the barking of failure is his new alarm clock for another day of suffering. My man is yawning, still thinking his brilliant plan of putting dirt in the hole actually worked. The plot hole said nah and upgraded itself to a whole-ass boulder, because of course it did. Yuma's brain finally loads the patch notes, realizing his pothole dungeon has a daily reset timer. He's now begging his dog to ignore the respawning gumball, officially accepting his new pathetic life. My man tries to just grab his dog and run from his problems, but Mamazu is committed to the bit. And now the neighbors are pissed, forcing him to resume his daily grind of shame and failure. Our boy is officially broken by the daily routine of getting styled on by a respawning metal gumball. Our boy is back on the floor, whining that he's too much of a coward to even call the cops on his own pothole. My man is now having a heart-to-heart with the worthless rock he wasted half a year of his life on. He's literally blaming the rock for his problems, like it personally chose to be a dollar store version of a gem. And here's the next terrible idea. If you can't sell the cursed rock, maybe you should just eat it. He's getting his life advice from a TubeTube tutorial that says you can get magic by swallowing rocks. The tutorial hits him with the fine print. You need a high enough mana index or you're just eating gravel. My man learns you get mana from killing monsters, and his brain starts doing some very optimistic math. Our boy thinks his 181 days of getting styled on by a gumball means he's secretly a mana god. He finds out you can buy a mana meter and poses with a hairdryer like he's about to drop a mixtape. My man dropped $100 on a secondhand mana dryer, a huge investment for his broke ass. Our boy is ready to scan his worthless rock with his new mana dryer, expecting legendary numbers. And he gets absolutely nothing. Just the sound of his own failure echoing in the room. My man immediately runs to the store's support desk because it's the machine's fault, not his. Yuma is already on the verge of a meltdown, demanding the clerk check his broken $100 toy. He's absolutely convinced he got scammed because his ego can't handle the truth about his rock. The clerk comes back 5 minutes later and hits him with the, "Nah, it works fine, you're just dumb." My man then flexes with actual magic gems, proving the machine works and Yuma's rock is just gravel. The clerk asks what he measured, and our boy's brain just blue screens as the machine reads a fat 0. The clerk is now pointing the mana dryer at Yuma himself, probably to see if he has a negative mana score. Yuma admits he measured a magic ore, and the clerk just casually confirms they're worthless. Ouch. Yuma's last cope is asking if his own mana is 0, because the L's just keep on coming. The clerk hits him with the "sir, you're a dumbass" speech ready to shatter his whole worldview. My man tries to flex his 100+ kills on a somewhat strong slime, which is just pathetic, and the clerk explains that killing weak-ass slimes gives you jack shit for mana. Ouch. Our boy is on a swing set mourning his wasted $100 while the birds literally call him an idiot. He's still in denial, whining that his half-year grind couldn't possibly have resulted in 0 gains. Then he realizes his grand plan of eating the rock will just end with him shitting out a metal turd. He finds a random flyer in the trash because his life is now literally guided by garbage. The flyer is for a dungeon offering free mana readings, and his last brain cell fires up. And just like that, our boy has a new purpose, screaming like he's found the Holy Grail. Our boy Yuma pulls up to a legit dungeon facility, ready to get his hopes professionally crushed. My man has to pay $8 just to get told he's a magicless loser. The L's are getting expensive. And we're at the Mana Measuring Room, the official office for shattering the dreams of wannabe protagonists. Yuma is sweating bullets, hyping up the precise meter like it's gonna magically find mana he doesn't have. He's still mauling about the $100 mana dryer, convinced this time will be different. Spoiler, it won't. My man is having a dramatic internal monologue, vowing his wasted money won't be for nothing. Oh, you sweet summer child. And the results are in a big fat report card of 0s. All that grinding for absolutely jack shit. The smug-ass clerk confirms it, twisting the knife by saying the machine is too accurate to be wrong. And there it is, the slow trudge of a man who just realized his half-year grind was a complete waste of time. The dungeon staff are literally laughing at him, calling him another amateur who got styled on by level 1 mobs. The smug-ass clerk is literally thinking about how pathetic all the slime-grinding noobs are, and his smug train of thought gets derailed by the sound of a machine having a fucking stroke. The $1 million mana machine is now just a glorified paper shredder, going absolutely berserk. The clerk and his coworker are losing their minds as their fancy toy starts spitting out Yuma's test results. The staff is having a meltdown over their broken machine, completely unaware they just measured a secret god. Meanwhile, our boy is on his emo walk of shame, crying over the paper that says he's a certified loser. My man is just staring at his report card full of L's, mourning the death of his one and only dream. Yuma is having a full-blown existential crisis, realizing his half-year grind was for absolutely nothing. After his pity party, our boy realizes he's standing right in front of the actual blue dungeon. And with the brilliant logic of a man with nothing left to lose, he decides to go sightseeing in his own personal hell. Yuma's brain short-circuits, realizing his backyard pothole is the dollar store version of a real dungeon. A staff lady is giving the safety brief, and our boy is just standing there like a lost tourist. And there it is, the actual blue dungeon, which makes his backyard plot hole look like a damn divot. My man is having an existential crisis on a bridge, realizing how small his world of failure actually is. The staff lady spots our clueless boy and immediately pegs him as a first-time loser. She's trying to reassure him that the tutorial level is safe, but he's got trust issues after his gumball war. And then she hits him with the, "You brought a weapon, right?" And his brain just blue screens. Staff lady is giving him the, "Oh, you sweet, dumb child" smile, knowing he came completely unprepared. Our boy admits he's unarmed, remembering the weapon shop he ignored next to the scam machine he bought. She just hands him a loaner weapon out of pity, and my man is too stunned to process the charity. Staff lady hits him with the pity rental, showing off weapons he's too broke and weak to actually own. My man has to fill out a waiver, probably so they can't get sued when he gets folded by a tutorial mob. Of course, this dumbass picks another hammer, because his one successful strategy in 181 days is all he knows. Our boy's already complaining about cardio, wanting an elevator in the damn fantasy dungeon. He finally reaches the bottom, thinking he's about to see some real action and not just a glorified stairmaster. The tutorial level has a sign and automatic doors, making his backyard pothole look even more pathetic. My man's brain short-circuits as he realizes a real dungeon isn't just a hole with a gumball in it. He's staring at actual ancient ruins, a massive upgrade from the dirt walls of his backyard L-zone. Our boy is having a galaxy brain moment, questioning the physics of a magic dungeon like he's Neil deGrasse Tyson. And the big reveal. The dangerous first floor is just a crowded-ass tourist trap for other losers. Our boy Yuma realizes he's the only loser who showed up to the dungeon party without a squad. Everyone's hunting for monsters, and my man's just standing there like he's waiting for his mom to pick him up. Some other dude is whining about the dungeon being overfarmed, and Yuma's probably missing his private hellhole. And then a wild level 1 mob appears, the first real monster he's seen that isn't his metal nemesis. Our boy gets way too excited over a basic-ass slime, like he just found a shiny Pokemon. He pulls out the loner hammer, ready to one-shot the thing that's just vibing there, completely clueless. My man is genuinely shocked that this slime isn't Matrix dodging his attacks like the metal gumball from hell. And with one bonk, the slime just goes splat. No L's taken, no explosions, just a clean, pathetic kill. The galaxy brain moment hits. His backyard gumball is 100 times stronger than a normal-ass slime. And there's the crushing realization that his 6-month grind on a secret boss gave him absolutely nothing. Our boy is having a chibi flashback to the clerk telling him his half-year grind was for absolutely nothing. My man is still farming, but now he's just expecting the L before he even swings the hammer. He's now the Grim Reaper for tutorial mobs and still getting absolutely shafted by the gacha gods. And there's the face of a man who has officially accepted his new career as a professional slime janitor. Of course, some random kid gets a rare drop right in front of him because the universe loves to style on this dude. Her dad casually mentions her tutorial-level drop is worth more than the garbage rock our boy spent half a year on. The kid's got dreams of being a mage, while our boy's only dream is to not cry himself to sleep tonight. Yuma has a full-blown existential crisis, realizing his get-rich-quick scheme was dumber than a child's. He just stands there watching a literal child and her dad have more success than he's had in 6 months. Our boy looks at his report card of L's and realizes he's not just a loser, he's below tutorial level. And we're back at the shady research lab, which means the plot is about to get way too serious. Professor Four Eyes is asking his assistant Clark to pass a file to some new guy named Ethan. Clark finds Professor Four Eyes, who's probably just been admiring his own reflection in a beaker. Professor Four Eyes starts shit-talking this Ethan dude, calling him a rude weirdo, which is rich coming from him. But of course, he admits Ethan is a genius who literally discovered mana, so he's gotta play nice. Professor Four Eyes hands off the file to the new guy Ethan, who looks like he'd rather be anywhere else. And Ethan opens the file and immediately has a holy shit moment because the plot just kicked in. Professor Four Eyes is sipping his tea, smug as hell, because he already knew the world was ending. Ethan is standing behind him looking like he's about to flip a table, and the tension is thick. And the big reveal. Mana is leaking out of dungeons and the numbers are going absolutely parabolic. Ethan is having a full-blown panic attack, asking if the world ending is going to be a problem. Professor Four Eyes sips his tea, dropping lore like he's not talking about a monster apocalypse. My man is still holding his teacup, about to explain how royally fucked everyone is. And there it is, monsters are about to start spawning on the surface, we're all boned. Ethan is so stressed out by the impending apocalypse that he's literally eating the damn report. Professor Four Eyes tells him to chill, and Ethan's like, "Bro, did you not just read the part about the apocalypse?" Ethan is just staring, probably realizing he's the only sane person in a room full of psychos. Professor Four Eyes hits him with the, "It's only weak monsters," like that's supposed to be comforting. Ethan is forced to agree, but his face is screaming, "I'm surrounded by complete idiots." Professor Four Eyes gives him a condescending lecture on staying calm, basically calling him a little bitch. Professor Four Eyes is like, "But wait, there's more," about to drop another apocalypse patch note on Ethan. The report confirms stronger monsters are climbing up from the lower levels, so the world is officially double fucked. Ethan has gone from a full-blown panic attack to a weird state of zen, probably because his brain just short-circuited. Professor Four Eyes is trying to gaslight Ethan into thinking the apocalypse is no big deal. What a psycho. Ethan asks if there are any other world-ending problems, and Professor Four Eyes is like, "You have no idea." And the big twist, magic now works outside dungeons. The game rules just got a massive, terrifying update. Professor Four Eyes is getting all dramatic, asking Ethan if he understands how royally screwed they all are. Meanwhile, our boy Yuma is just humming at his desk, completely unaware the world is ending around him. My man is back to having an existential crisis over the worthless rock he wasted half a year of his life on. Yuma is just staring at his pet rock of failure, completely out of ideas and marinating in his own L. Our boy is still coping with his 181-day grind for a single worthless piece of gravel. This dumbass is still smiling, ready to double down on his bad decisions out of curiosity. My man is literally listing all the reasons his rock is garbage, and yet the gears are still turning. He's reminding himself that every single test has confirmed this rock is a certified L. But our boy is clinging to the hope that there's a tiny bit of mana his broke-ass machine missed. My man is inspecting his pet rock like a jeweler, still high on that premium-grade copium, and we've reached rock bottom. He's worried about shitting out the rock he just ate. And when in doubt, our boy turns to the internet for more terrible, life-ruining advice. My man is now Googling the average size of a turd because his plan has officially gone to shit. And there's the 5 stages of grief as he realizes he's about to swallow a rock for science. My man's hyping himself up with some truly questionable butthole math, ready to risk it all. And his first step is to grab some disinfectant, because you gotta be sanitary when you're eating rocks. Our boy is really out here giving his pet rock a full-on alcohol bath before swallowing it whole. He's giving the okay sign like he's about to do a shot and not commit a medical emergency. And there it goes, our boy just yeeted his half-year grind of failure right down his own throat. My man is just casually sipping tea, contemplating the life choices that led him to swallow gravel. He's chugging that tea like his life depends on it, which it might, considering he just ate a rock. Our boy is genuinely confused that he doesn't immediately feel like a god after his brilliant plan. And then bam, his stomach starts glowing like he just swallowed a damn Dragon Ball. This dumbass is celebrating a warm tummy, thinking his galaxy brain plan actually worked. Our boy is trying to gaslight himself into thinking the rock he just ate will give him a secret power-up. He's out in his yard throwing an amazing punch, trying to activate his new non-existent anime powers. My man is shadowboxing like a complete clown, convinced he's about to become a martial arts master. Then he remembers magic only works in dungeons, a convenient excuse for why he still feels like a loser. Our boy is just smiling, having fully accepted that his brilliant plan resulted in absolutely nothing. And of course his dog Mamazu tackles him from behind because his suffering is a daily subscription. Mamazu is going absolutely feral, and Yuma is trying to calm him down like he's not the source of all this chaos. My man is trying to explain his failed science experiment to his dog, who is clearly judging his life choices. Yuma realizes his dog only barks like this for the slime or food, and the gears start turning real slow. And then bam, his hand looks like a damn monster claw and he's got a weird honeycomb tattoo on his face. Our boy is just staring at his new monster claws like he didn't just eat a cursed rock for breakfast. And of course his mom is yelling about the dog, completely unaware her son just had a villain-style glow-up. Yuma is having a full-blown panic attack, finally realizing that eating gravel might have side effects. My man is staring in the mirror, looking like he just got a free anime protagonist makeover he never asked for. The gears are turning real slow as he realizes his brilliant plan was to become the thing he's been beating up. He's poking his new metal body, finally connecting the dots between eating rock and becoming rock. Our boy is just now catching up to the lore drop that magic works outside dungeons, a memo he clearly missed. The buyer's remorse hits as he realizes his new power-up might not have an off switch. My man is having a full-blown meltdown, realizing his new edgy look might be permanent. And there's the scream of a man who just realized he traded his humanity for a dollar store superpower. Our boy is flopped on his desk, realizing his new edgy look doesn't have an off switch. And of course, he's blaming the gumball for his own dumbass decision to eat a rock. My man's having a chibi moment, connecting the dots between his new body and his trusty hammer. And his first brilliant idea is to test his new powers by committing self-harm with a hammer. The galaxy brain moment hits. He's become the very thing he spent half a year beating up. Our boy is literally testing his new durability by bonking himself with his own weapon. And he's genuinely shocked that his new metal body is, in fact, made of metal. Now he's testing his weaknesses with the same damn torch that blew him up before. This idiot. His brain finally connects the dots. If he's strong like the slime, he's probably weak like it too. And now he's spraying himself with cooling spray, confirming he's weak to the cold. What a genius. My man's chibi brain finally puts it together. He's a walking, talking version of the gumball he just styled on himself with. And then the gears start turning as he realizes his new edgy look might not be permanent. Our boy is celebrating like he won the lottery because his monster form has a 5-minute cooldown. He's trying to play it cool, acting like turning into a metal freak was a funny little prank on himself. And just like that, the FOMO kicks in, and he's worried his one-time power-up is gone for good. We get a dramatic time skip to the next day because our boy needs his beauty sleep. My man is back in his room screaming, "I'm hard," while activating his metal form. What a choice of words. He's absolutely losing his shit with joy, realizing his dollar store superpower is a daily subscription. Our boy is flexing his zero mana report card, realizing he found a cheat code for the magic system. He's figured out the 5-minute timer, confirming his new power-up has a built-in off switch. My man is trying to get hard again, but his body is just like, nah, we're done for today. And there's the fine print. His dollar store superpower has a 1-day cooldown. The nerf was immediate. This dumbass is already daydreaming about one-punching Cthulhu with his 5-minute power-up. Our boy's ego is inflating, thinking his new party trick makes him a certified dungeon professional. And of course, his endgame is to become the very dungeon streamer he was just hating on. He immediately tries to play it cool, like we didn't just see him drooling over imaginary money. We're back to Dungeon Streamer's video, who's explaining that endgame monsters eat bullets for breakfast. The streamer is dropping lore about actual boss monsters, not the gumball our boy spent half a year on. And the punchline, you need magic for the real threats, which our boy has a certified 0 of. The gears are turning as Yuma realizes his new power is just a physical gimmick with 2 huge weaknesses. Our boy gets a superpower and his first thought is, wow, I'm still a useless piece of shit. My man is back at school, whining that he can't figure out how to use the power he's had for like a day. He's back to his default setting, having an existential crisis at his desk instead of doing literally anything. Our boy admits he's a professional hater who just envies rich people while flopped on the couch. His grand life plan is a dead-end university, and he's still treating his daily grind like a chore. And we're back to the daily montage of our boy bonking the same metal gumball with his trusty hammer. This pathetic grind has officially become his morning routine, with Mamazu as his only witness. A whole-ass year has passed, and my man is still the same lazy dumbass, just a year older. We cut to a legit red dungeon, and you just know some real shit is about to go down. And of course, some randoms are running for their lives because the tutorial level is officially over. Some random schoolgirl is about to become Monster Chow, a classic damsel in distress moment. And her opponent is a whole-ass armored dragon, a slight upgrade from Yuma's metal gumball. The dragon's about to turn her into a charcoal briquette, standard dungeon stuff. But then a new challenger appears, some badass blondie who's about to style on this lizard. Blondie just casually parries a dragon attack like it's a minor inconvenience. She's weaving through attacks, making this look like a damn choreographed dance number. My girl is literally running up the dragon's back to deliver some personalized pain. And there's the final blow, a clean-ass stab that just folded the overgrown lizard. She's checking on the girl she just saved, flexing her fireproof coat like it's no big deal. Blondie is all business, asking for the girl's name while her crew just watches the pro work. And the badass Blondie is Louie, the childhood friend our boy Yuma's been getting compared to this whole time. We cut to some fancy-ass corporate building because the plot just got a 401k. And there's Louie, already swapped her battle gear for a suit like a damn professional. My girl's looking all serious, probably bored of being a certified badass already. Some corporate suit is thanking her for saving his employees, and she's playing it all humble. The suit introduces himself as Ishikawa, and my man looks like he's in the Yakuza, not HR. Corporate suit is grilling her about her perfect kill, basically asking if she's using cheat codes. Louie hits him with the "I just study a lot" excuse like she's not a walking cheat code herself. Corporate suit is still giving her the side-eye but is about to hand over the goods. And there's the payday, a legit magic gem, not the pet rock our boy Yuma wasted half a year on. Corporate suit is explaining the rules, but Louie's trying to turn down the payday like a humble-ass saint. My girl Louie is just holding the gem, looking completely unfazed by the fat stack of cash she just earned. And she drops the price tag, 14 million yen. Our boy Yuma is crying over pocket change, and she's getting paid. Louie gives the gem away, saying her gut tells her the other girl needs it more. What a goddamn flex. And we cut back to our boy Yuma, who's still a lazy-ass high schooler complaining about his life. The contrast is brutal. My man is hating on celebrities, completely oblivious that his childhood friend is now a bigger star than any of them. The TV switches to Dungeon News and our boy's face just screams, "Oh, for fuck's sake, not this again." The news is literally covering the dragon incident Louie just handled, and our boy is about to get a reality check. Yuma's just watching, thinking about how strong the monsters are with zero clue who the hero is. And there's the oh shit moment as he realizes the person who styled on that dragon is someone he knows. The news is still hyping up the mystery hero, and our boy Yuma is just vibing, completely clueless. And then bam, the TV drops the name and face of his childhood friend Louie, and my man's heart just drops. Our boy is just standing there, mouth breathing her name like he just saw a ghost. We cut to Louie getting swarmed by the paparazzi at school, while Yuma just lurks in the background like a creep. A reporter asks if she was scared, and Louis hits him with the "I was in the zone" line like a true pro. My girl is staying humble, giving credit to the rental weapons when we all know she's just built different. The reporter drops the 14 million yen price tag, and our boy Yuma is having a full-blown aneurysm in the background. Louis says she's keeping the gem, and Yuma's brain is just buffering, trying to process that kind of money. And then she drops the bomb that she's going pro, officially making our boy's life choices look even more pathetic. Yuma's brain just short-circuits on the word future, the same damn word Band-Aid girl used to roast his ass. Some old dude is gassing up Louis, talking about his grades and how he's a talented person. The hype is real. Yuma asks Band-Aid girl what the hell L-Seed is, and she explains it's just Louis' dream company. Band-Aid girl hits him with the "you really don't know anything," and my man's excuse is that nobody tells him shit. More lore drops about some national training institution, and Yuma's brain is still buffering on the basics. Band-Aid girl just roasts him, saying they don't tell him because he's a professional hater who doesn't care. And then she drops the bomb that she's going to that same training school with Louis. Ouch. She wants to be a messiah, a healer, which is apparently a whole-ass career path our boy never knew existed. Yuma's brain finally catches up, realizing her dream is even harder than just being a regular dungeon crawler. Band-Aid girl flexes that she already took an aptitude test and has potential, leaving our boy in the dust. And there's our boy, getting absolutely folded by the concepts of dream and future. The L's are emotional now. Our boy is deep in his feels, having a flashback to when he saw Louis as a rival and Band-Aid girl as his future wife. The flashback confirms he's been a directionless loser since childhood, while his friends were out there having ambitions. We get a symbolic shot of his friends literally running towards their future, while he just stands there like a damn NPC. My man is having a full-blown existential crisis, admitting he has zero passions, interests, or goals in life. And his galaxy brain solution is to hit the books, thinking a little math homework will close the dragon-slaying gap. He's now asking his dog for life advice because Mamazoo is the only one who hasn't called him a loser yet. And after 5 minutes of studying, our boy has already folded, declaring his new plan a complete failure. Yuma's back to his default setting, chibi form whining about having no motivation or direction in life. My man is now trauma dumping on his dog in the backyard, who's probably just waiting for the gumball to respawn. And we get a full-page spread gassing up Louis, just to remind us how far behind our boy really is. The contrast is brutal. Our boy is giving us the lore dump on Band-Aid girl, who's apparently a saint with actual life goals. And there's the visual metaphor. His friends are sprinting towards their future while he's just a background NPC. Some random hater is talking about envy, which is basically just a summary of Yuma's entire personality right now. My man is watching his friends, realizing he has no idea what drives them because he's been too busy hating. He's back to asking his dog for life advice, wishing he had a single passion that wasn't getting styled on. And his brilliant solution is to grind for 2 more worthless rocks. The cycle of failure continues. My man is taking advice from his dog again, agreeing to just stick with his pathetic daily routine. He ate the other rocks and his power-up now lasts 15 minutes longer. Wow, a useless upgrade for a useless power. Our boy is back at the plot hole, ready for his daily dose of pain like it's just another Tuesday. And the metal gumball is back, sparkling like a rare drop when it's just his daily appointment with disappointment. And the gacha gods finally drop a shiny variant, a golden slime, and my man is absolutely losing his shit. This new gumball has a speed stat, and our boy is getting absolutely styled on by a golden blur. He pulls out his trusty cooling spray, but this new model is apparently immune to his one-trick pony bullshit. My man is now dual-wielding his spray and torch, ready to blow himself up for the 3rd damn time. And of course, he immediately overdoes it. This dumbass has the impulse control of a toddler. He's celebrating his win over the stunned slime like he just beat a raid boss and not a shiny gumball. And the big prize is another piece of gravel. The universe really loves to style on this dude. Our boy is inspecting his new golden magic ore, convinced this one will finally make him rich. He's back to Googling his problems. But of course, the internet has no info on his dollar store dungeon drops. And the $100 mana dryer confirms it. His new golden rock is just as worthless as the others. Our boy is already on the phone with a pawn shop, trying to pass off his new gravel as actual gold. And there's the galaxy brain idea. If it looks like gold, just lie and say it's gold. Flawless logic. The pawn shop hits him with the "show me the receipts," and his entire get-rich-quick scheme just implodes. And his plan gets double folded when he realizes he's too young to even enter the damn shop alone. He plays it cool, pretending he was going to eat the rock all along. "If you can't sell it, eat it," is his new motto. Our boy is having a chibi panic attack, worried his new power-up will turn him into a damn disco ball. And after all that, the golden rock does absolutely nothing. His metal form is still the same boring gray. My man is posing like he just got a legendary skin, but it's just the same default outfit he's been rocking. He's back to screaming "Get hard" in his room, which is still the cringiest battle cry in history. The next day, the gacha gods finally drop something that doesn't look like it came from a fish tank. The gacha gods finally turned on the faucet, but it's just more of the same worthless gravel. Our boy is finally realizing something's up, because a winning streak is a brand new concept for him. He's doing the math, realizing his drop rate went from almost never to every damn day. And his galaxy brain theory is that the golden rock he ate gave him a 100% luck buff. This dumbass is already dreaming of a payday, thinking his new luck stat works on actual valuable shit. Our boy is on his emo walk home, ready to test his new cheat code on the real world. He's off to the blue dungeon to see if his new luck stat can finally get him a real win. And the result is another fat L face down on the bed because his luck only works on garbage. The only upgrade he got was a longer timer on his useless metal form. What a consolation prize. Just as he's about to marinate in his L, the plot hole is about to drop a new patch update. The gacha gods have now dropped a shiny red variant because the palette swaps are the only new content he gets. My man is genuinely amazed by the color options, like he's customizing a character and not fighting for his life. And the red gumball immediately chooses violence, not even giving him time to process the new skin. This new slime is doing a whole-ass taunt dance, and our boy is just standing there taking the disrespect. Yuma activates his metal form, complaining about his clothes like he's the Hulk with a fashion budget. My man is still using the "I get real hard" line, which will never not be the cringiest battle cry ever. He tanks a hit and flexes his durability, finally getting a W after a year of taking L's from these things. Our boy pulls out the torch and spray, because his only strategy is still commit arson and hope for the best. And the red slime is fireproof. His one-trick pony ass just got hard countered by a gumball. My man is now getting his battle strats from a cleaning hack's website, about to fight Rust with Rust. Our boy is back to Googling his problems, trying to find a new way to style on this fireproof gumball. And his new plan involves a bucket of acid. My man is about to give this thing a chemical peel. He's celebrating his win like he just discovered a new element and not just a new way to commit property damage. His new strat is to freeze the slime and then shake it in a bucket of acid. This is some next-level unhinged behavior. And after the acid bath, he's back to his classic freeze and burn combo. This dude's methods are getting wild. The next day, the gacha gods drop a clear variant, and my man is losing his shit over the new skins. And of course, this one is immune to cold, because the universe loves making his life difficult. So his new plan is just straight-up arson. My man is about to commit a felony over a gumball. And he's celebrating his win by literally burning the whole damn plot hole to the ground. What a psycho. The next day, another one respawns, and he's just like, yep, knew it. His life is just a cycle of escalating war crimes now. The gacha gods drop another palette swap, and our boy is just standing there like, cool, another one. And just like that, the plot hole starts shitting out worthless gravel like a damn Pez dispenser. Our boy is doing the math, realizing his daily L's now come in a variety of disappointing colors. His galaxy brain solution is to just eat the new rocks, because his diet is now 90% minerals. My man is getting shirtless, ready to see if his new rock diet gave him a six-pack or just constipation. And there he goes, just casually swallowing a handful of gravel like they're Flintstones vitamins. He's flexing shirtless, but instead of get hard, his body just starts making some concerning cracking noises. The transformation is looking way more demonic this time, like he's evolving from a gumball to a whole-ass Gundam. And bam, our boy just got a full-blown edgy protagonist makeover, complete with horns and a six-pack. My man is just staring at his new Demon Lord drip, finally looking like a main character and not a side quest. Our boy is having a full-blown meltdown, screaming about the new edgy accessories his body just grew. He's finally connecting the dots that his new diet of colored gravel is the reason he looks like a final boss. My man is just staring at his new demon drip, probably wondering if he can return it for store credit. He goes full chibi mode, trying to gaslight himself into thinking this is fine because it's temporary. And his first instinct after a demonic glow-up is to Google the patch notes. This man is a true gamer. The wiki explains blue dungeons give water magic, a power our boy will literally never have. Then there's red dungeons for fire magic, which his childhood friend Louis is probably already mastering. White dungeons give healing magic, which is Band-Aid Girl's whole career plan he just learned about. And his own black dungeon gives Body enhancement? The question mark says it all. Even the wiki is unsure. Finally, green dungeons give wind magic, just to round out the list of powers he's too broke to get. And the wiki drops another lore bomb about lightning magic, just to rub in all the powers our boy can't have. Our boy is in his new demon form, ready to test his powers with his trusty arson kit. The gears are finally turning as he realizes his colored gravel might give him elemental powers. And his first test is to light his own damn hand on fire, because self-harm is his scientific method. He goes full chibi mode, celebrating that he's now immune to his own dumbassery. My man is connecting the dots, realizing his rock diet has given him a full set of elemental resistances. He's absolutely losing his mind, thinking he's a god because he can tank magic he'll never be able to use. And the hype train immediately derails as he remembers he's still a loser with no life goals. The demon form wears off, and our boy is just happy he can go back to being a regular shirtless loser. He's back on his bed, already hyped for the next gumball to style on, fully embracing his pathetic new life. Our boy is in bed trying to predict the next gumball flavor like he's collecting the whole damn set. And the next day, the gacha gods drop a whole-ass raid boss that's bigger than his future. My man is having a full-blown panic attack because his new gumball is on steroids. And we cut to Professor Four Eyes, who just got an alert that some big-shot monster got folded. The narrator hits us with a flashback, confirming our boy's pathetic grind just put him on the world's radar. Professor Four Eyes is explaining that this is a huge deal, the first unique kill in 3 years. And we get a lore drop on the IDR, the Illuminati of dungeon nerds who are about to get very confused. Turns out there's a global monster leaderboard, and our boy just accidentally crossed a name off the list. And the tablet confirms it. A black ore just shattered, meaning a black dungeon boss got styled on. Professor Four Eyes is trying to figure out which elite team did it, completely unaware it was a broke high schooler. Professor Four Eyes is explaining why no one bothers with black dungeons, calling them a certified waste of time. And back to our boy, who's about to prove that daring is just another word for broke and desperate. The narrator hits us with a size chart, confirming his new gumball is 5 times the size of the usual L. My man is just glad this absolute unit is stuck in the hole, because he'd be monster food otherwise. Our boy is trying to hype himself up, but we all know the real motivation is that sweet, sweet gacha addiction. And there it is. The dumbass is already drooling over the imaginary payday from this oversized gumball. He's flexing with his new demon form and his entire collection of flammable household products. This idiot forgets to take his clothes off again, deciding to sacrifice his tracksuit for the cause. Our boy is in full demon mode, tanking some spikes like he's the main character he wishes he was. The slime hits him with some weird black goo, and our boy's brain just blue screens mid-fight. The gumball just pulled out some damn katanas because of course it's a weeb now. Our boy is shocked that his get-hard power actually makes him durable. The bar is subterranean. And now it's pulling out a whole-ass toolbox. My man is fighting a sentient Swiss Army knife. The gumball is just flexing its entire arsenal, looking smug as hell for a literal blob of metal. My man is getting styled on but just keeps yelling it doesn't work like a kid who just got tagged. And now it's a damn porcupine, because this thing has more forms than a Final Fantasy boss. Our boy is getting launched like a pinball, having a full-blown meltdown over the new spiky skin. His main concern isn't the monster, but the fact that his favorite tracksuit is now confetti. Priorities. He's back to his one and only strategy, arson. This dumbass is ready to burn his problems away again. A whole-ass hour has passed, and he's still just yelling at a gumball in a hole. This is peak pathetic. My man is trying to negotiate a surrender with a gumball after an hour of getting styled on. He's out of his usual arson supplies and is now complaining that getting hit is just like super annoying. And he pulls out his last resort, the $10 nail hammer he's been simping over for a year. Our boy goes for the final bonk, putting all his hopes and dreams into this one pathetic swing. He's screaming at a gumball to break, which is a new low even for this professional loser. And holy shit, the dollar store hammer actually worked. He just folded a raid boss with a glorified rock on a stick. Our boy is completely gassed, but the gacha gods finally dropped something that doesn't look like aquarium gravel. Band-Aid Girl catches him looking like he just lost a fight with a lawnmower, and he blames the damn dog. And the new drop is looking extra fancy, like a participation trophy from the Roman Empire. He's back to the $100 mana dryer, hoping his raid boss kill finally got him off the 0 mana leaderboard. Our boy is inspecting his new raid boss drop like a jeweler, still high on that premium grade copium. And the $100 mana dryer hits him with another fat 0, officially killing his get-rich-quick scheme. My man is just staring at the L, The silence of a dude who just realized his epic win was for nothing. And we're back to his one and only plan. If you can't sell it, eat it. This dumbass is a professional rock eater now. His galaxy brain logic is, it's worthless, so I might as well risk a medical emergency for science. And this time, the indigestion hits different. My man looks like he just swallowed a damn lit firecracker. The buyer's remorse kicks in as he realizes this particular rock might not have been FDA approved. His chibi brain is already trying to guess the patch notes, wondering if he's about to get more edgy accessories. And just like that, the apocalypse in his stomach calms down, and he thinks he's dodged another bullet. Then bam, his body turns into a damn venom symbiote. The new power-up just dropped, and it's looking messy. Our boy is hyped to test his new power-up, ready to activate his next terrible life choice. And of course, this dumbass forgets to take his clothes off again, sacrificing another tracksuit to the content gods. The transformation is a whole-ass liquid metal explosion, way more dramatic than his usual party trick. And bam, my man just went from dollar store Colossus to a full-blown Evangelion unit. The glow-up is insane. He's absolutely geeking out over his new villain drip, finally embracing his edgy final boss potential. Our boy is having a full-blown holy shit moment, finally realizing what that raid boss drop did to him. And his first thought after turning into a demon mecha is, wow, I'm taller. The priorities on this dude. The gears are turning as he wonders if he can copy the moves of the gumball he just styled on. My man is already trying to manifest the slime's weeb-ass katana tentacles for himself. And he immediately figures out his new body is basically just a thought-controlled symbiote. The power creep is real. Our boy is already playing with his new weapon DLC, swapping between a hammer and a sword like a kid in a toy store. A random slime sees his new drip and has a full-blown oh shit moment because who wouldn't? My man's first instinct after his glow-up is to flex on his dog, Mamazu, who is clearly unimpressed. Mamazu is going absolutely feral, and Yuma's trying to explain he's not a home invader, just a dumbass. Our boy sees his reflection, has a brief, am I the baddie moment, and immediately decides he doesn't care. Meanwhile, back at the Dungeon Illuminati HQ, our boy's pathetic grind is causing a global incident. The dungeon nerds are having an emergency meeting because some broke high schooler is breaking their game. Their monster leaderboard is literally shattering, and they're losing their minds over our boy's gumball genocide. The speaker is confirming that shit has officially hit the fan on a global scale, all thanks to our boy. Chairman Maya drops the lore. A black duke got folded, and now 4 more bosses are gone. The Dungeon Illuminati introduces some new nerds, and Mr. America is already accusing Mr. China of hiding cheat codes. And Mr. Egypt is just vibing, wondering why anyone would be sweaty enough to clear 4 dungeons at once. The international nerds are now in chibi form, pointing fingers like it's a damn UN meeting for toddlers. And here's Ethan, the only one with a brain, pointing out that this whole 4 raids at once theory is bullshit. The lore drop confirms it. Even the world's strongest player almost got folded by 1 boss, and these guys think someone did 4? Ethan's galaxy brain is firing up, realizing their entire understanding of the situation is probably wrong. Mr. America is having a meltdown, demanding answers for why their magic leaderboard is having a stroke. Mr. America is still buffering, asking Ethan to explain his big brain moment in small words. Ethan explains their whole system is based on red ore breaks, red dungeon boss died, which is some real basic-ass logic. And then Ethan drops the bomb. What if all these different colored bosses got styled on in the same damn dungeon? Ethan's galaxy brain is connecting the dots, realizing our boy's pathetic grind is the source of all this chaos. Some old suit tries to shut him down, saying black dungeons are on lockdown, like our boy cares about permits. But Ethan hits him with the, what about undiscovered dungeons, aka Yuma's backyard pothole of doom? The chairman lady is still skeptical, asking where these god-tier players are hiding, completely unaware it's one broke teen. Ethan lays out the theory. Some unknown god found a new dungeon and is just speedrunning the whole damn thing. And that unknown god is just our boy Yuma, chilling with his dog, completely oblivious to the global panic he's causing. Mr. America is still malding about it, right as some dude bursts in with an update that's about to blow his mind. Ethan gets a smug-ass grin, knowing the breaking news is about to prove his galaxy brain theory right. And the big reveal, the Black King just got folded. Our boy's gumball genocide just took out a final boss. Meanwhile, our boy is just bragging to his dog about the tough slime, having no idea he just broke the game. And while the world is panicking, our boy's biggest problem is that he's bored and sleepy. My man's main regret is that the raid boss made him use up his entire budget arson kit. He's already planning for the next daily grind, completely unaware he just beat the final boss of his own game. The gears are turning at a glacial pace as he realizes his dog has been a more reliable alarm than his phone. Our boy is just having a wholesome moment with his dog, completely oblivious that his personal hellhole has been patched out. And the big reveal, his backyard plot hole, the source of all his trauma and power, is just gone. My man's brain is buffering, trying to process why his daily appointment with pain has been canceled. The panic finally sets in as he realizes his personal content farm has been permanently deleted. The galaxy brain moment finally hits. He realizes the raid boss he just styled on was, in fact, a raid boss. Our boy is having a meltdown because his magic pothole of suffering won't respawn. The L's are now existential. Our boy is trying to cope, saying at least his dog will be happy the daily trauma session is over. My man is just going through the motions, a soulless chibi who's lost his only purpose in life. He's trying to gaslight himself into thinking he's free, but his face screams, "I miss my abusive gotcha machine." Our boy is listing the pros of his new pathetic life, like having time to eat breakfast instead of fighting for it. He's celebrating not having to sacrifice his tracksuits to the content gods anymore. A small victory. My man is happy he'll save money on his arson kit, the only budget he's ever managed. And he hits himself with the cell phone, admitting his year-long grind had a $0 return on investment. The cope finally cracks, and he admits he just wanted a pat on the back for his pathetic struggle. My man is having an emo moment, realizing he's got Stockholm Syndrome for a damn pothole. And of course, Band-Aid Girl immediately calls him out for being on time, because his L's are always public. Band-Aid Girl hits him with a cheerful, "Morning," and my man gets jump-scared by basic human interaction. She's grilling him about being late again, basically giving him the mom-friend lecture he deserves. My man's trying to lie about fighting a raid boss, but his face just screams, "I'm a terrible liar." Band-Aid Girl is just happy he showed up on time for once, because the bar for this dude is on the floor. Our boy is having an emo moment, realizing his excuse for being a loser has been officially patched out. He hits her with the dramatic, "You won't have to worry anymore," like he's retiring from a damn job. And Band-Aid Girl is just looking at him like, "Bro, are you okay?" because his emo phase is showing. We get a time skip to our boy at his desk, back to his default setting of staring into the void. He got into college just by coasting, and his face says, "Wow, another achievement I don't care about." And there's the existential crisis, as he realizes his life is just a series of things he's not passionate about. Our boy is back to his emo monologue, admitting he's a professional loser with zero motivation. Then he sees his search history as just a shrine to his gumball obsession, and realizes he might have a passion after all. My man is having a flashback to his year-long commitment to getting styled on by his personal hellhole. He's remembering the daily grind, the blood, sweat, and arson he put into his pathetic little hobby. Our boy admits his only motivation was get rich quick, but damn if he didn't try his hardest. The galaxy brain moment hits, and he's finally ready to stop being a cynical hater and get a life. And just like that, our boy finally looks like a main character with an actual goal in life. And the big reveal, this dumbass wants to be a seeker, the very job he's been hating on for a year. My man is already Googling the same fancy-ass school his friends are going to, ready to play catch-up. He's finally reading the lore, realizing this school is a legit research facility and not just high school 2.0. Our boy is reading the fine print and realizing this fancy-ass school has a strict no-scrubs policy. And now he has to write a resume, listing professional gumball genocide as a special skill. My man is trying to make "I get real hard for 5 minutes" sound like a legitimate superpower on his application. He's flexing his elemental resistances, basically calling himself invincible. The ego is back, baby. And now he's listing his Evangelion form, finally realizing his weird-ass powers are a cheat code. We get the lore drop on his 2-stage glow-up, first Colossus, then full-blown Venom symbiote. And of course, he can also turn into a goofy-ass puddle of goo. The power scaling is wild. My man thinks his new slime form is for stealth, but he just looks like a sentient stress ball. The galaxy brain finally realizes his main power is a giant neon sign that says, "I'm a criminal." And there's the panic attack as he realizes his entire hero career is built on an illegal foundation. Our boy is having a full-blown meltdown, realizing his entire resume is just a list of felonies. He's now reading the fine print and realizing his backyard hobby could land him in actual prison. My man's listing his weaknesses, admitting his zero mana ass can't just punch his way through the endgame. And he hits himself with the third L, the one that's a bigger problem than having no magic. The lore drop confirms it. You can't just solo deep dungeons, you need a corporate sponsorship. So his new life goal is to become a corporate drone, just with more monsters and less TPS reports. The gears are turning as he realizes the fancy school is his only ticket into the big leagues. And then the panic hits as he thinks he missed the damn entrance exam, this idiot. But a flashback to Band-Aid Girl confirms the exam hasn't happened yet, saving his ass once again. And there's the of a man who just realized he might not be completely fucked after all. Our boy's got a glimmer of hope, realizing the deadline for his new life plan hasn't passed yet. Band-Aid Girl is just minding her business when she gets summoned by the professional loser himself. And it's Louie, asking Band-Aid Girl what she's doing on her side of the school. The A-listers are confused. Our boy Yuma is lurking in the doorway like a creep, too scared to ask for help like a normal person. And there's the full-on grovel, begging Band-Aid Girl to teach him how to use his brain for once. My man is trying to ask for a favor, looking like he's about to confess a crime, not ask for homework help. Band-Aid Girl is just sipping her milk, completely baffled, while our boy has a full-blown aneurysm in the background. She's roasting him, saying in 18 years he's never asked for shit and is checking if he's a damn body snatcher. Louis hits him with the why now, reminding him he already has a dead-end university plan locked in. Our boy finally admits he wants to learn about dungeons, and Louis is just like, bro, what? Band-Aid Girl is calling him out on his hater-ass past, reminding him he said she'd fail. The receipts are being shown. Our boy is trying to look all serious, saying he's had a change of heart and is ready to actually try for once. Band-Aid Girl hits him with the chibi form reality check that he has basically zero time to prepare for this exam. And she immediately softens, giving him the "it's never too late" speech like a true shonen protagonist's best friend. She drops the lore that the school cares more about aptitude than grades, giving our boy's 0 IQ ass a fighting chance. Band-Aid Girl is basically challenging him to a no-complaining deathmatch of studying, and my man looks terrified. And just like that, she's in full-on tutor mode, ready to cram an entire education into his empty skull. We get the classic training montage, with our boy getting absolutely folded by books until there are only 3 days left. And we're at the main event, the fancy-ass Seeker Training Institution. It's time for the exam. Band-Aid Girl is giving him the final rundown before they split up for their different exams. The training wheels are off. Band-Aid Girl tells him to keep his new dream a secret from Louis, and my man gets all tsundere about it. Our boy is genuinely shocked he passed the written test, giving all credit to Band-Aid Girl's last-minute cram session. And now he's stressing about the practical exam, because of course he went into this with zero intel. The test is to style on a monster and see how much his mana bar goes up. Simple enough for his smooth brain. Some new girl pops up and drops the lore that they're fighting red slimes, the same kind his gumball was. My man is just impressed by her info dump, and she's just happy to find another teenager in this sea of adults. The new girl, Kagurazaka, is just making small talk while our boy is probably having a social anxiety attack. Kagurazaka offers to drop some more knowledge bombs, and Yuma's brain immediately labels her a mana nerd. And the first test result is in, both our boy and the new girl are on the 0 mana leaderboard, a certified L for both. But the narrator hits us with the, "it's not about the size, it's how you use it" speech for mana potential. The new girl is trying to give him a pep talk, but our boy looks like he's about to have an aneurysm. And we get a lore drop basically confirming our boy's 0 mana ass is completely unqualified for this job. The narrator is explaining RPG stats, and our boy is about to find out he put all his points into dumbassery. The test is literally stab the gumball, a skill our boy has been practicing for a whole ass year. The gears are finally turning in his chibi brain as he realizes what's about to go down. Our boy is already having a meltdown, convinced he's about to take another public L. The new girl is feeding him some premium-grade copium, and his desperate ass is eating it up. Our boy is having a main character moment, realizing his path might be different from everyone else's. My man is literally slapping himself into the right mindset, trying to beat the anxiety out of his own skull. And his big brain logic is that his year-long gacha addiction counts as determination. The cope is real. And we're back at the exam, with some announcer about to drop the rules for the next L our boy is about to take. The proctor hits him with the "you might get hurt" warning, which is just a fancy way of saying, "we're not liable for your dumbassery." Professor Labcoat is flexing that this is Japan's only artificial dungeon, like they're at a damn theme park. The mission is a glorified fetch quest. Run in, grab a ball from a box. My man's about to fail a tutorial level. We get a lore drop that this is just a big-ass science lab for monsters. So, a glorified, dangerous petting zoo. And there's the catch. It's a stealth mission. You have to avoid the monsters, not style on them. All the other candidates are buffering like, wait, we can't just murder everything? The one-trick ponies are shook. Professor Labcoat explains the test is about speed and courage, not fighting. Our boy's one useful skill is officially banned. And the monsters are just red slimes, the same gumballs our boy spent a year bullying. The irony is delicious. Mana Nerd Girl is all confident it'll be easy, and our boy is just agreeing, completely ignoring that his only plan is now illegal. Our boy's gumball-induced PTSD is kicking in just from the sound effects, and Mana Nerd Girl is completely lost. A blood-curdling scream erupts from the exam room, and the whole crowd is just like, what the actual fuck? And the big bad monster is a single goofy-ass gumball trying to act tough for the camera. Oh wait, there's a whole-ass army of them, and they're giving themselves a hype intro like a damn wrestling team. The gumballs pull a full-on Zerg rush, forming a giant, overwhelming wave of pure, unadulterated annoyance. And the other candidates are getting absolutely folded by this tide of glorified jello. Mana Nerd Girl is not impressed. The gumballs are literally telling people to flee in despair while chasing them down. The disrespect is unreal. Some poor bastard took almost 9 minutes and still got folded right at the finish line. A certified L. Mana Nerd Girl clocks in under 3 minutes but looks pissed, while another dude gets dragged off for failing. And now it's our boy's turn to face his personal demons, which are literally just a bunch of angry gumballs. The gumballs are all looking confused like, wait, where's the next scrub we're supposed to style on? And then a sound echoes and the whole damn gumball army just collectively shits itself. The gumballs are literally parting like the Red Sea, and you just know some biblical shit is about to happen. Our boy Yuma is still outside, sweating bullets and wondering what kind of raid boss is in there. He's remembering how Mana Nerd Girl came back looking like she saw a ghost, which is not helping his anxiety. My man is having a full-blown crisis, thinking if she got folded, he's about to be turned into a damn smoothie. But he walks in and the gumball army has just cleared a path for him. The VIP treatment is real. His chibi brain is just like, weird wall decorations, completely missing the damn point. The gumballs are literally telling him to pass, and our boy just thinks he's getting lucky. He grabs the prize and is now worried about the ambush, not realizing he's the damn boogeyman here. My man is just casually jogging past the wall of his own trauma, completely oblivious to their fear. He stops to admire the scenery, wondering why his personal demons are being so chill today. And his galaxy brain concludes they're just tired from fighting Mana Nerd Girl. The credit goes to everyone but him. He's literally thanking her in his head for a W he earned, and she has no idea what the hell he's on about. And he clocks in with the fastest time, still thinking he just got a lucky break. The delusion is powerful. Mana Nerd Girl is wishing him luck, completely unaware she just witnessed a god-tier speedrun by a clueless dumbass. Our boy is back to his default setting, staring at his phone, waiting for the L to be delivered. He's having a main character moment, thinking he did his best when he literally just walked through the level. Band-Aid Girl checks in, and my man hits her with the thumbs-up sticker, a true wordsmith. And after a week of marinating in anxiety, the results are in. Time to face the music, dumbass. My man is celebrating his first W in 18 years, and his mom immediately hits him with the noise complaint. And holy shit, the dumbass actually passed. Mamazu is the only one who deserves to celebrate with him. The victory high wears off as he realizes he has to explain his secret life as a gumball puncher to his parents. He tries to talk to his mom, who's already roasting him for being a lazy bum before he even says anything. Our boy hits her with the "we need to talk" line, and you can see the mom stinks immediately sense the bullshit. And there's the bomb drop. He's ditching his dead-end university plan to become a professional monster hunter. His parents' brains just collectively blue-screened. The shock is so real it has its own sound effects. His mom's flashing back to his professional loser days while he's explaining his new career path like a damn adult. His dad hits him with the "since when," because for 18 years his only hobby was being a disappointment. Then he flexes that he already passed the exam, and his parents are losing their minds over the sheer audacity. Our boy is laying out the school's no scrubs policy like he didn't just spend a year failing a tutorial. He hits them with the "sorry I didn't tell you," a classic move for a dude who just upended his entire life. My man's big selling point is free tuition, conveniently ignoring the fact that he's broke as hell. His dad hits him with the "are you sure about that?" because his son's only known skill is being a disappointment. Yuma's trying to look all mature, saying he wanted to secure the W before dropping this bombshell. Dad just dropped the "are you prepared to die?" question, and our boy's face screams, "I did not think that far." He's flashing back to his gumball genocide, admitting his only combat experience is getting styled on by Jello. My man is trying to sell this "I'm a changed man" narrative, but we all know his motivation has a 5-minute timer. And there's the chibi-form confession. His university plan was just to be a professional slacker for 4 more years. Dad hits him with a logic bomb that just completely folds his entire argument, and my man's brain just blue screens. Our boy is reading his mom's mind, and she's about to hit him with the "you've been a bum for 18 years" death stare. Dad just says his name, and you know the lecture is about to be legendary. My man is having a chibi panic attack, realizing he has 0 debate skills to back up his life choices. Dad hits him with the emotional damage, saying he's never shared a single thought or passion in his entire life. And then Dad flips the script, looking genuinely surprised that his son finally has a damn goal. Our boy is getting his first taste of parental approval in 18 years, and is about to short-circuit from the validation. Dad lays down the law. He can chase his dream, but he better keep that university spot as a backup plan. My man is absolutely buzzing, completely shocked his parents are actually supporting his midlife crisis at 18. Dad clarifies the terms. Prove you're not a complete failure, and then you can drop out of college. And our boy's brain just explodes from the sheer shock of having a supportive, logical family. Our boy is getting his first dose of parental approval in 18 years, promising he won't be a professional loser anymore. Mom is still skeptical, but Dad is just sipping his coffee like, let the boy cook. Dad drops a whole-ass shonen monologue about supporting his son's dream. We love a supportive king. And we're at the fancy-ass school, with our boy looking dapper and finally acting like a main character for once. Louie's grilling Band-Aid Girl for intel, and she's playing it cool like she didn't just drag his ass through finals. Band-Aid Girl has hyped the squads back together, while Louie is trying her best not to look happy about it. And there's the smile. Even the certified badass can't stay mad that her loser friend is finally trying. Our boy is having a full-blown protagonist moment, finally feeling like he's not just an NPC in their story. He's ready to grind with his friends while they're already talking about class placements based on the exam. And of course, Louie and Band-Aid Girl get put in Class 1, the A-lister section. No surprises there. And our boy gets sorted into Class 3, the official you-barely-scraped-by section of the school. The panic sets in as he realizes he's in the remedial class while his friends are in the gifted program. And he meets his new classmates, a couple of old heads who are probably on their 3rd career change. Yuma introduces himself as the baby of the group, and Headband Guy is just happy to have some fresh meat. The loser squad is already bonding over their shared status as the school's official underachievers. Our boy is back in his emo corner, wondering how the hell he got so completely left in the dust by his friends. And he hits himself with the cell phone, admitting he was a professional hater while they were actually grinding. The lore drop reveals Mana Nerd Girl is a damn pharma heiress, because of course everyone here is a Nepo baby. The class gossip confirms Mana Nerd Girl has a god-tier mana score, and our boy is just getting jump-scared by the info. And the other god-tier student is Louie, just to remind our boy that the gap between them is now a fucking canyon. The class gossip is now talking about another record breaker, and our boy is having a wait me moment. And nope, it's Louie again. The universe just loves reminding our boy that he's a background character. Then some nerd drops the rumor that there's a student with a 0 mana score. The foreshadowing is not subtle. Our boy's chibi face confirms it. He's the statistical anomaly they're all gossiping about. And there's the proof, a big fat 0 on his results complete with cobwebs. The L is official. The nerd from before just outs him to the whole damn class, so much for keeping a low profile. He's having a flashback to Mana Nerd Girl's advice, complaining that the gumballs didn't fix his broken ass. The whole class is now swarming him, trying to get a look at the legendary 0-point paper. The old heads are roasting him, and he has to flex his written and practical scores to save face. But the L still stings, as he realizes his mana score is still a certified 0. The pain is real. The old heads flex their own pathetic mana scores, basically saying, "Welcome to the loser squad, kid." Headband Guy is trying to slap the depression out of his nerdy friend. The team building is aggressive. Our boy is just marinating in his L, accepting that he's got 0 talent for this magic shit. But Headband Guy hits him with the premium grade copium, saying their low scores mean they have high potential. And our boy's simple brain is completely sold on this "it's not how you start" shonen protagonist speech. And just like that, the loser squad is fully hyped, calling themselves late bloomers like it's a damn power-up. And we're into the training arc, with the loser squad getting styled on by a giant gumball in combat class. The narrator hits us with the "they tried really hard" panel because a montage is about to drop. And it's not just fighting, they're hitting the books too. My man's actually using his brain for once. The loser squad is even grinding on their day off, hitting up a blue dungeon for some extra XP. Our boy is asking Professor Suit for extra practice, and the prof is just like, sure, whatever, you dedicated weirdo. Professor Suit is shocked our boy wants to solo grind in the school's glorified, dangerous petting zoo. My man is still huffing that late bloomer copium, trying to will his mana score into existence through sheer desperation. He's admitting he's the biggest loser in the loser squad, which is his new motivation to grind even harder. And the leaderboard confirms it. Our boy is rocking a perfect 0 while his friends are just regular level pathetic. Headband guy drops the bomb that if they don't hit a score of 50 by midterms, they're all getting expelled. Some random hater is roasting our boy's 0 score in class, calling it a talent for failure. The disrespect is real. The nerd is trying to rally the troops, but our boy is already back in his emo corner, ready to give up. And it turns out the entire remedial class is getting folded, not just our boy's personal loser squad. And just as he's about to quit, his one brain cell fires up with a potentially terrible idea. Our boy is having another emo moment, realizing his grind might not be enough without actual talent. Band-Aid Girl hits him with the wholesome check-in text, complete with motivational stickers. My man is back on his shonen protagonist shit, refusing to give up despite the massive talent gap. His new life goal is to not get left behind by his friends. The power of friendship is real, I guess. And we're back at the Dungeon Illuminati HQ, where the adults are still trying to figure shit out. Professor Four Eyes is still on the case, confirming they have 0 intel on the Black King our boy styled on. The dungeon nerds are still coping, wondering if their magic leaderboard just had a damn stroke. But Professor Four Eyes is a true believer, trusting the magic rock over his own damn colleagues. Some suit mentions a new dungeon, and Professor Four Eyes looks like he just smelled a fart. And the new mission is to write a damn book report on artificial dungeons. The bureaucracy is real, and Ethan's got that smug-ass chibi face, basically saying, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Professor Four Eyes confirms these artificial dungeons are glitching out and causing accidents on a global scale. Some new long-haired dude is on his anti-science high horse, calling the whole project a bad idea. Mr. Philosophy is dropping some vague-ass warnings about trusting science, like he's a damn fortune cookie. And we get a 2-month time skip, because watching our boy study would be the most boring arc ever. It's time for a joint class field trip, which is just a fancy way to say, let's weed out the weak. Our boy Yuma is trying to make small talk with Louis, acting like he's not in the remedial class. The class gossip confirms the A-listers, including Mana Nerd Girl and Band-Aid Girl, are the main characters today. Louis confirms she's on the varsity team, and our boy is just standing there like the NPC he is. The mission is another glorified fetch quest, and our boy's chibi face is already over this shit. Our boy is just staring at Louis' sword like he's never seen a pointy stick before. Louis explains it's a magic sword, and our boy's 0 mana brain just blue screens at the very concept. Some rando asks Louis if she really ate a damn ruby, and Yuma is eavesdropping like it's the hottest gossip. And Louis just casually confirms she's about to test her new rock-eating power-up in today's class. The lore drop confirms that Ruby is worth 14 million yen, which is more money than our boy has ever seen. Louis flexes her 700-plus mana score, and our boy's brain just melts from the sheer statistical ownage. Our boy is back to his emo monologue, realizing he's about to get lapped by his friends if he doesn't grind. And we're down in the basement of the artificial dungeon, which looks like a damn supermax prison. Some lab coat nerds are talking about how sturdy the place is because the A-listers are about to go hard. The lab coats are getting hyped for the main event, feeling the damn shockwaves from the training upstairs. The lab coats are just casually checking on their giant nightmare fuel centipedes like they're pet hamsters. My man is flexing the reinforced glass, which is the universal signal for this glass is about to break. The head nerd points out the real problem, and you just know some Jurassic Park level bullshit is about to go down. And the problem is a mystery egg they've got hooked up to life support. What could possibly go wrong? A close-up on the problem egg, which looks like a fossilized testicle. This is not going to end well. The one guy with a brain cell is like, shouldn't we be worried about the unknown murder beast hatching? But the senior nerd hits him with the, it's fine, it's just a baby, the most famous last words in science history. He's confident the A-listers upstairs can handle it, completely ignoring the EKG that's starting to have a seizure. The lab coats finally notice the heart monitor is going full-on dubstep, right as their reflections appear on screen. And bam, the security feed just shows their reflections getting instantly deleted. The baby monster did not come to play. The whole remedial class is forced to watch the A-listers training, like it's a damn pay-per-view event for losers. The prof is basically telling the loser squad, watch this and maybe you won't get expelled. No pressure, though. Professor Suit is dropping the dungeons are dangerous speech, which is the universal sign that shit's about to get real. And a sudden noise interrupts the lecture because the plot doesn't have time for his boring-ass monologue. The screens light up with Louie and Mana Nerd Girl styling on everything, a live broadcast of our boy's inadequacy. Our boy is trying to look proud, but his face screams, "Yep, I'm still the background character in their story." The loser squad is just fanboying over the A-listers, confirming they're basically gods among men. Yuma's admitting his friends are on another level, finally accepting the canyon-sized gap between them. And a massive boom hits the room, and our boy's brain just blue screens. The problem egg has hatched. The emergency alarm goes off, and the school's glorified petting zoo has officially become a disaster movie. The loser squad is just buffering, trying to figure out if this is a fire drill or the actual apocalypse. Our boy Yuma is having a moment, because his life can't just be normal for 5 damn minutes. The evacuation order drops, and our boy's face immediately switches to, oh shit, my friends are in there. He's checking the monitor, realizing the A-listers are completely clueless about the shitstorm heading their way. And yup, Louie and Band-Aid Girl are just standing there like, is this part of the exam? Mana Nerd Girl is also just vibing, completely unaware she's about to be the first line of defense. And bam, Mana Nerd Girl gets jump-scared as the problem egg makes its grand destructive entrance. Our boy is watching the live feed of his friends getting styled on by the new raid boss, and Yuma immediately chooses violence, deciding to ditch the evacuation and play hero for once. The loser squad is yelling at him to stop, but my man is on a mission to save his friends from the plot. Our boy is going full-on shonen protagonist, ready to throw hands with a literal disaster for his friends. Professor Suit already knows her problem child just chose violence, and she looks so damn disappointed. Meanwhile, Louie is trying to keep her cool, reminding herself not to panic while her exam just turned into a horror movie. And yep, Mana Nerd Girl just got yeeted into a chasm. The A-listers are already down 1 member. The gears are turning in Louie's head as she realizes the school-wide alarm is probably for them. Louie immediately pulls the main character card, telling the NPCs to evacuate while she handles the boss fight. She hits them with the "I'm faster alone" excuse, because every badass needs a solo moment. The other A-listers have to admit they'd just be dead weight. The power gap is a fucking canyon. But Band-Aid Girl ain't having it, stepping up to join the suicide mission because that's her damn ride or die. Band-Aid Girl takes charge, telling the others to get help while she and Louie go save their friend. The dream team is a go. Louie and Band-Aid Girl are diving into the abyss like a couple of badasses on a mission. Band-Aid Girl thanks Louie, who immediately hits her with the tsundere, "We're classmates idiot" defense. Band-Aid Girl offers to be the human flashlight, because this rescue mission just turned into a damn horror movie. They land at the bottom of the chasm, and Mana Nerd Girl has officially vanished without a trace. Louie immediately spots a blood trail, and they both realize this is no longer a simple rescue mission. And we see what happened. Mana Nerd Girl got straight up ambushed and shanked by the problem egg. Mana Nerd Girl is trying to process the L, realizing she didn't just stumble down here on her own. The gears are turning as she realizes she was dragged away while she was out cold. The disrespect. Back with the A-team, Louie realizes the monster is now hunting Band-Aid Girl specifically. The stakes just got personal. And the NPCs learn a valuable lesson. The emergency exits are now just suggestions the monster doesn't agree with. Our boy is trying to figure out how to sneak back in because rules are just suggestions to a shonen protagonist. Some rent-a-cop tries to stop him, and our boy hits him with the classic "my friends are in there" excuse. And of course, Professor Suit catches him mid-felony and is about to give him a legendary lecture. The prof tells him to evacuate and let the adults handle it, completely underestimating his main character syndrome. My man realizes the pros will save the VIPs first, so he's got to go full vigilante for his friends. His one brain cell spots some equipment carts, and you can just see the terrible, brilliant idea forming. He's about to pull a full-on Metal Gear Solid, using a damn supply cart as his Trojan horse. And there he is, squatting between the carts like a gremlin, ready to be smuggled into the disaster zone. He finds a blind spot, checks for cameras, and gets ready to activate his unregistered, highly illegal power-up. And bam! My man goes full Evangelion mode, because sneaking is for people who can't turn into a damn mecha. His big brain plan is to turn into a puddle of goo, because who needs Metal Gear when you're a sentient oil spill? and he just melts into a damn puddle, proving his goofy-ass slime form is the ultimate stealth tool. My man is now a sentient bag of goo on a cart, monologuing to Band-Aid Girl like he's on a damn rescue mission. Meanwhile, the rent-a-cops finally make it to the basement, which now looks like a Jackson Pollock painting of failure. The lead suit is shocked the reinforced glass broke, because no one in a disaster movie ever expects that. And one of the nightmare fuel centipedes from the lab is loose, ready to give this dude a very personal hello. The whole damn security team is getting styled on by the escaped science experiments. It's a certified shit show. And there's the problem egg, a full-blown murder mantis that looks like it just leveled up from eating the staff. The murder mantis hits him with a Beyblade attack, confirming this thing is way out of their pay grade. And it's just posing in front of the high-risk creature sign, because this monster has a flair for dramatic irony. The murder mantis is squaring up with some poor bastard in an armored suit, and it does not look like an even fight. The rent-a-cops are loading up gear, and one of them grabs the bag our boy is currently cosplaying as. The two dudes carrying the bag are complaining about the weight, completely unaware they're smuggling in a sentient puddle of dumbass. Our boy is mentally apologizing for being a heavy-ass bag of goo. The politeness is killing me. And there's the confirmation from our sentient stress ball himself. Yeah, it's heavy 'cause I'm in it. My man is now monologuing from inside a bag, trying to figure out where his friends are without any damn eyeballs. He's eavesdropping on the guards, getting the hot goss that people have fallen to the 4th floor. The gears are turning as he realizes the A-listers are the ones who took a tumble. The plot thickens. And just like that, our boy is getting a free VIP escort into the disaster zone, courtesy of 2 clueless guards. My man's slime face is all determination, realizing he's about to get a free ride straight to his friends. The rent-a-cops finally make it to the 4th floor, and one of them is already complaining about a smell. Our boy is having a panic attack in the bag as the guards go on high alert, about to blow his cover. And my man gets unceremoniously yeeted onto the floor as the guards ditch their gear to fight. Yuma's back to his Metal Gear Solid bullshit, using the chaos to sneak past the distracted guards. My man is doing his best impression of a sentient, wiggling stress ball while trying to be stealthy. He sees the murder mantis and correctly decides to let the professionals get folded while he saves his friends. The rent-a-cops realize this isn't just some random bug, it's a high-level raid boss they have zero chance against. And the murder mantis hits him with the Beyblade attack, instantly deleting the entire security squad. The last surviving rent-a-cop radios in the "we're all fucked" message before he gets wiped from the server. Meanwhile, Band-Aid Girl is having a meltdown, and Louis hits her with some tough love tsundere motivation. Band-Aid Girl is completely gassed after fighting 100 centipedes, and Louis is just standing there like, "You done yet?" They're casually estimating a body count in the hundreds, because this is just another Tuesday for the A-listers. Band-Aid Girl is complaining about the lab's bug fetish, and Louis is just telling her to shut up and run faster. Louis got her game face on, saying all they have to do is find the main nest. Famous last words. Band-Aid Girl explains her magic is super effective against bugs, which is the only reason they're not paced right now. And just as they get a second of breathing room, Louis gets jump-scared by the next wave of bullshit. The new raid boss just dropped. A goth moth lady who looks like she just soloed the last monster for fun. The lore drop confirms this is a named boss from a completely different dungeon, the crossover episode nobody wanted. Louis recognizes this thing from a damn textbook, which is the academic equivalent of "we're fucked." And Louis' internal monologue confirms it. This thing is a walking cheat code, and they are about to get folded. Louis looking up at the new raid boss, realizing Mana Nerd Girl is probably past this psycho, and the goth moth lady immediately starts throwing hands, launching some kind of insta-delete attack. The whole damn room gets shredded, and the A-listers are caught right in the middle of the light show. Both Louis and Band-Aid Girl have the "oh, we are so fucked" look on their faces. The reality check just hit. Louis immediately calls for a tactical retreat because even she knows when to run from a damn cheat code. She's admitting they can't win this fight and need a new plan to save their friend. The ego has been checked. And the goth moth lady is just standing there looking bored like she didn't just almost delete 2 A-listers. This final boss is literally complaining that she's lost, like she just took a wrong turn at Albuquerque. Then she spots something sticky hanging from the ceiling and is just completely baffled by it. And it's our boy, wrapped up like a damn cocoon, having a "how the fuck did I get here" moment. The goth moth lady is just staring at our boy's cocooned ass, wondering what kind of weird-ass piñata this is. And she starts reeling him in like a damn fish, because curiosity is her only character trait so far. She's literally poking him like a damn stress ball, and our boy is just getting violated in his slime form. His one brain cell realizes his tracksuit is getting snagged because this dumbass can't transform without a wardrobe malfunction. So he decides to just melt his way out of the problem, going full liquid metal to escape the sticky situation. His big brain solution is to turn into a damn sword, because if you can't escape, just become the weapon. And the sentient sword just drops to the floor, having successfully escaped his weird-ass cocoon prison. The moth lady is just looking at the talking sword like, "What in the goddamn fever dream is this?" And bam, the sword melts and reforms into his full Evangelion drip, ready to finally do something useful. My man hits her with the villain grin, saying he's gotta save his friends and plans to end this shit quick. And the goth moth lady immediately goes feral, not appreciating our boy's main character entrance. She launches some kind of insta-delete needle attack, trying to turn my man into a damn pincushion. Our boy just stands there and takes it, because defense is for people who can't just regenerate. The attack just splashes off him like he's made of Teflon, a complete and utter no-sell. My man just casually flicks the goo off his sword, looking bored as hell by this A-lister level threat, and he immediately closes the distance, ready to give this raid boss a taste of zero-mana-powered violence. He's already standing over her, probably asking if that's all she's got. The disrespect is legendary. And there's the shit-eating grin, as he confirms this legendary boss is actually a damn pushover. My man throws a single punch that literally shatters the damn dimension around them. The power creep is real. And just like that, the raid boss is a new wall decoration, and our boy is already talking about the next step. Our boy's inner monologue is like, oh, just a training dummy, completely underestimating the shit show he's in. And then he remembers he's on a damn rescue mission, not a loot run. Priorities, my man. He's just taking in the scenery, which is now a post-apocalyptic industrial park thanks to the problem egg. My man's just noticing the place is a little drafty, wondering who redecorated the place with giant holes. And there's Mana Nerd Girl, getting carried off by the nightmare fuel centipedes like a damn prize. Our boy finally sees her, and you can just feel the oh hell no energy radiating off him. And there it is. The shonen protagonist switch just flipped, and my man chose absolute, unrestrained violence. He's literally tearing the damn bugs apart with his bare hands. The rescue mission just got personal. My man just shanked a bug with another bug's leg. The disrespect is on a whole other level. And now he's using one of the centipedes as a damn meat shield. This is no longer a rescue, it's a goddamn rampage. My man is literally using a monster as a whip to kill other monsters. The disrespect is on a whole new level. He's holding Mana Nerd Girl, looking like a damn hero after committing a one-man bug genocide. He lands, and Mana Nerd Girl is calling out for Band-Aid Girl in her sleep. The damsel in distress vibes are strong. She's having a full-on nightmare, thinking she's about to get permanently deleted from the server. Our boy is just relieved she's still breathing, having a rare wholesome moment in his murder mecha suit. And the heroics immediately wear off as he panics about what the hell to do with an unconscious girl. Mana Nerd Girl wakes up looking like she's about to throw hands with the first thing she sees. And she just uses him as a damn pillow, and my man's brain just completely short-circuits from the contact. He's internally mauling that she's just taking a nap on him after he saved her damn life. Meanwhile, some other rando wakes up and is screaming for Band-Aid Girl. The plot thickens, I guess. And we get a full-on shoujo dream sequence from Band-Aid Girl, who's apparently a sleeping beauty in her subconscious. Her Prince Charming shows up to save her, and you just know her expectations are about to be shattered. She wakes up looking like she got hit by a truck and is just trying to process seeing our boy's face. And her prince is our boy in his full-blown murder mecha form. The reality is a significant downgrade. Band-Aid Girl's brain just blue screens, and she starts screaming her damn head off at the nightmare fuel holding her. She's trying to ask what the hell is going on, but the panic is definitely winning against her one brain cell. Our boy hits her with the sorry I'm a monster apology, which is not the reassurance she was looking for. He's just holding her, probably realizing this is the worst possible way to reveal his secret identity. She passes out again, and our boy is back to his monologue, trying to figure out how to get them out of this mess. And the goth moth lady he thought he one-shotted is back up, because of course the boss has a second health bar. The goth moth lady is back with a giant bug for backup, and our boy is about to get tag-teamed by nightmare fuel. The new bug immediately grabs our boy, and he's already struggling. The one-shot wonder is getting manhandled. My man is trying to shank his way out of the bug's grip, but it's a certified no-sell. He's officially outmatched. And the bug just yeets him into the damn ceiling while Mana Nerd Girl watches her hero get styled on from the floor. Louie and Band-Aid Girl hear the ruckus and are just like, what fresh hell is this now? Mana Nerd Girl spots them and calls out to Band-Aid Girl. The A-listers have finally found their lost sheep. The A-listers decide to follow the sounds of failure, walking right into the damn boss room. Band-Aid Girl is doing the friend check while Louie stands guard, probably wondering where the hell the monster went. Band-Aid Girl is dropping the let's be stealthy plan, completely unaware the final boss is right above them. Louie scoops up Mana Nerd Girl to leave, while Band-Aid Girl looks salty as hell. Mission accomplished, I guess? Louie is giving Band-Aid Girl the grim reality check that if they see that moth psycho again, they're officially fucked. Band-Aid Girl is out of ammo, but Louie is ready to carry the team to the escape route Mana Nerd Girl found. And their escape route looks like a damn cheese grater. The structural integrity is a suggestion at this point. Meanwhile, our boy is making his own damn entrance, falling through several floors of concrete like a damn meteor. My man just sticks the landing after getting yeeted through the building, complaining about the fall like he stubbed his toe. He's looking up at the hole he made, trying to figure out what floor he's on like he's in a damn department store. Our boy is pissed at the bug that threw him, realizing he needs to get back upstairs to save Band-Aid Girl. And he immediately gets jump-scared by the goth moth lady who's just chilling behind a giant industrial fan. The raid boss is back with her 2 giant centipede bodyguards, and our boy is just like, what the fuck is this? And the whole damn room starts shaking, because the boss fight is about to have a round 2, whether he likes it or not. The goth moth lady is throwing hands, but our boy is just standing there like a damn statue, confusing the hell out of her. My man is just tanking the hits, wondering what the hell is tickling him. The no cell is legendary. His one brain cell is firing, thinking this attack looks familiar while the boss is still wailing on him. Our boy is actually complimenting the raid boss's form, calling her a great mantis mid-assault. The disrespect is unreal. The galaxy brain moment hits. He's getting hit with wind magic, just like a damn metal slime from a video game. His chibi brain connects the dots. His weird-ass resistances might be why this ultimate attack feels like a damn breeze. My man is pointing fingers, calling her the final boss like he just figured out the whole damn plot. And his motivation is revealed. He thinks beating this raid boss will finally get his mana score off 0 for the midterms. But wait, the goth moth lady isn't the final boss. It's this new spider-faced nightmare fuel that just showed up. And the narrator clarifies her bodyguards aren't centipedes. They're 2 giant-ass pill bugs. The nightmare zoo keeps expanding. The real raid boss introduces itself as a drooling centipede, which is the least intimidating name for nightmare fuel ever. Our boy's galaxy brain decides this is the perfect opportunity to grind for his midterm exam. Priorities, my dude. He's hyping himself up saying he'll style on this boss and then go save his friends. The side quest comes first, apparently. The moth lady throws her ultimate attack, and my man just crosses his arms like he's about to get hit with a water balloon. And he just screams through the explosion, probably because it tickles. The no cell is legendary. The dust settles, and he's just standing there, completely unfazed. The moth lady is officially shook. He's just flexing on her, proving that her A-lister level threat is just a damn tutorial boss for him. My man's chibi form is literally roasting her mid-fight, saying her attacks are a complete waste of time. The moth lady is having a full-on tantrum, and our boy is just letting her wail on him like a damn training dummy. Even her own damn bodyguards are looking at her like, bro, you're embarrassing us right now. The moth lady is having a crisis, wondering why our boy is immune to her shit, and he's just as confused. My man literally tries to call a timeout mid-boss fight, saying he's got to go save his friends. The audacity. And the moth lady throws a tantrum so hard she accidentally deletes one of her own damn bodyguards. Our boy counters by turning his hand into a spiky mace, calling it his sea urchin special. The creativity is 0. He's already over this fight, trying to figure out how to get back upstairs to the actual plot. And there's the shit-eating grin of a man who just remembered he can do whatever the hell he wants. We see the aftermath of the moth lady's friendly fire, and her bodyguards are now just modern art installations. Professor Four Eyes drops the lore that some monsters have Regan, as the moth lady pulls a T-1000 and reforms. Our boy is absolutely shook, realizing this boss has the same it's just a flesh wound bullshit power he does, and he's immediately fanboying over her region, completely forgetting this psycho is trying to kill him. Our boy is having a galaxy brain moment, cooking up a plan that's probably going to be disrespectful as hell. We get a flashback to Nerd Bro asking him how you're supposed to style on a boss with infinite health. And Nerd Bro drops the 200 IQ strat. Just hit it so hard it can't regenerate. Truly revolutionary. Our boy immediately puts that theory to the test, throwing a haymaker like his midterm grade depends on it. The punch connects and turns her head into a damn Jackson Pollock painting, but we know that's just a flesh wound. The moth lady is taunting him mid-region, saying she didn't want to do this, but he forced her hand. So our boy grabs one of her bodyguards and hits it with the sorry, not sorry, before using it as a damn bomb. And the whole damn room goes nuclear as he detonates the poor bastard. The disrespect is legendary. Our boy's chibi slime form celebrates the W, officially checking beat the raid boss off his to-do list. And of course, the professional heroes finally show up, about 20 minutes and one boss fight too late. The cleanup crew rolls in, confirming they found the missing students after the absolute shitshow our boy caused. And Mana Nerd Girl gets the VIP treatment on a stretcher, officially out of commission for the rest of this arc. The professional heroes are doing a sweep, reporting that the place is completely empty of monsters. My man's a clean killer. They're just standing in the absolute wreckage, completely baffled by the scale of the L this facility just took. The female pro points out there's evidence of a monster party, but all the guests have mysteriously vanished. The captain identifies the busted-ass fan as the work of wind magic. Sherlock Holmes is on the case, boys. And they confirm the problem egg was a Sol Mantis, a high-level raid boss that shouldn't even be here. The captain is looking salty as hell, probably realizing the paperwork for this disaster is going to be a nightmare. His brain is buffering, trying to figure out how a top-tier monster got styled on in a damn high school. They're just staring at the absolute carnage, realizing whatever the hell happened here was way above their pay grade. The pros are just standing in the crater our boy made, wondering what the hell even happened here. And we get a 1-week time skip, because the plot doesn't have time for hospital food montages. Our boy is visiting Band-Aid Girl, who's flexing that she's fine while he's probably having a PTSD flashback. Band-Aid Girl is giving all the credit to Louie and Mana Nerd Girl, completely forgetting the murder mecha that saved her. My man is just standing there realizing he got 0 credit for his one-man apocalypse. The NPC life is rough, and he just agrees with a goofy-ass smile because telling the truth would require actual social skills. We get a breakdown of his stealth escape, which was basically just him panicking his way to the exit. The loser squad is giving him the hot goss, and our boy has to act surprised about the shit he literally caused. He's having a full-blown meltdown that he missed the main event while he was busy fighting the actual final boss. And some new pretty boy is giving the girls all the credit, while our boy watches from the sidelines like a damn ghost. The school is throwing a whole-ass awards ceremony for Louie and Band-Aid Girl, the official heroes of the incident. Band-Aid Girl is just soaking up the praise, completely oblivious that she's accepting an award for a fight she didn't win. Meanwhile, the loser squad is in the back, roasting each other for being useless while the A-listers get their medals. The crowd is split between simping for the heroes and calling bullshit on the school's obvious PR move. Headband Guy is just now realizing his nerdy friend wasn't the secret hero. The bar for this squad is subterranean. Our boy Yuma is just fuming in the crowd, forced to watch his friends get credit for his one-man rampage. He's trying to gaslight himself into accepting his NPC status because admitting the truth would break the plot. And the A-listers are just eating it up, getting a standing ovation for a W they downloaded from our boy. The gossip confirms the A-listers are getting scouted by big companies, while our boy is stuck in the background marinating in his L. And of course, someone calls out his name, probably to remind him it's time for another public humiliation. Band-Aid Girl calls out our boy for spacing out, and he immediately denies it like he wasn't just having a crisis. And her one brain cell just fires up with a sudden, plot-relevant memory. The oh shit moment is here. She's flashing back to the disaster, telling Louie she only remembers one thing from the whole damn ordeal. Back in the present, she's telling our boy about it, and he's trying to act casual while chugging his drink. And she drops the bomb that she thinks she heard his voice, causing my man to do a full-on spit take. Our boy is having a chibi panic attack while his murder mecha form looms over them. The secret is not safe. His internal monologue is just a stream of pure, unadulterated panic, trying to gaslight himself into thinking she's crazy. Band-Aid Girl is still trying to connect the dots, completely unaware the answer is choking on his drink right next to her. My man hits her with the, well, you're safe, so who cares deflection, thinking he just dodged a nuke. And the universe immediately hits him with a sign that says expelled. The L is swift and merciless. Professor Suit confirms the expulsion, and our boy is just standing there asking if it's the final verdict. The silence is deafening as Yuma just stands there, processing the L he just took after saving the whole damn school. The prof roasts him, saying his mana score didn't even go up 0.1 points after 2 months of grinding. My man is literally begging for one more chance, but Professor Suit is just not having any of his bullshit. The prof hits him with the "you're too weak to survive" speech, basically calling him a liability. And then he twists the knife, saying he'll just get his friends killed too. The emotional damage is critical. Professor Suit is giving him the find a new dream talk, which is the academic version of get good or get out. Our boy's chibi brain is trying to argue that his body is OP, but he can't explain his secret mecha suit. The prof goes full dark aura, saying the only thing that matters is overwhelming power, which our boy doesn't have. And he just hands over the official expulsion notice like it's a damn hall pass. The bureaucracy is ruthless. The whole damn loser squad got the boot, and our boy is just walking away with his pink slip. And just like that, he's back to being a civilian. The world just keeps on spinning, completely unaware of his L. He's back at his parents' house, the official headquarters for professional disappointments. At least Mama Zoo is happy to see him, the only one who doesn't care about his zero mana ass. And we're back to square one. My man is doom-scrolling his life away just like before this whole mess started. The post-expulsion depression hits and my man just completely shuts down. The dream is officially dead. He's moving like he's 80, probably going to get a drink to wash down the taste of failure. Grabbing a drink while wearing a turn-the-table shirt is the most ironic shit I've seen all week. He's chugging that drink like it'll magically give him a mana score in a future, and a whole-ass month just vanished while he was marinating in his own failure. The time skip of depression is real. My man is back at his desk, rocking the dead-eyed stare of a professional failure. And we get another time skip, because watching this dude marinate in his L is not peak content. He's staring at his own motivational poster, roasting himself for having the audacity to dream for 5 minutes. The dumbass realizes he's speedrunning his way back to his professional loser lifestyle. The character development was temporary. He's flashing back to his murder mecha days, admitting he thought his cheat code would carry him. It did not. Our boy is staring at his backyard gumball machine, realizing his entire career plan was illegal and stupid. The cell phone continues as he admits he's just an idiot who stumbled into a power-up. The self-awareness is painful. His phone rings and you just know it's someone about to interrupt his scheduled depression session. He's coping by saying at least he saved his friend, even if his mana score is still a certified 0. And it's Band-Aid Girl calling him out of his emo corner to go touch grass with her and Louie. Band-Aid Girl is roasting our boy for being a shut-in, and he's just mauling in his emo corner about it. She hits him with the "so you going back to college" question, and my man is trying to dodge it like a pro. And there's the confession. He's officially re-enrolling in his dead-end university plan. The dream is dead. He's flashing back to his parents, remembering the backup plan is now the only damn plan he has left. My man is just accepting his fate, admitting his 5-minute career as a monster hunter is officially over. And Band-Aid Girl immediately flexes her 700 mana score, causing our boy's 0-point soul to leave his body. She's also celebrating a job offer, because of course she's already securing the bag while he's securing an L. Our boy is just buffering as she explains her new career, while his only skill is still professional disappointment. Then she drops that Louie's mana is over 1500, and our boy's brain just completely short-circuits from the flex. And Louie is getting scouted by a top-tier company, just to remind our boy he's an NPC in their story. My man is having a full-blown NPC moment, realizing he's been permanently left in the dust by his friends. Band-Aid Girl hits him with the "I'm sad you're a loser, but good luck" speech, which is just emotional damage with a smile. She asks about his future plans, and he just stands there buffering because his only plan was get expelled. My man is back in his emo corner, wondering what the hell he's supposed to do with his 0 mana, 0 prospects life. And the depression nap hits. His new full-time job is marinating in his own failure. He's flashing back to the loser squad's farewell, remembering he's not the only one who took a massive L. Headband Guy hits him with the copium, saying, "Don't worry about being a failure," which is easy for him to say. The loser squad reveals their backup plans. One's going back to construction, the other's becoming a professional Redditor. Our boy is getting inspired by his friend's ability to accept their L's and move on with their lives. And Nerdbro drops the reality check that their best hope is a dead-end job at some no-name company. Our boy's one brain cell is asking Nerdbro how to get a dungeon job without the one qualification he just lost. And the light bulb finally goes off in his empty-ass head. The dream isn't dead, it's just on life support. My man immediately slides into Nerdbro's DMs, asking for the hookup on that dead-end job he mentioned. He admits he was too busy marinating in his L to pay attention, but now he's ready to scrape the bottom of the barrel. And Nerdbro comes in clutch, sending over the job listings like a true wingman for professional losers. The job list is the bargain bin of the monster hunting world, but it's his only shot at not being a complete failure. He's staring at his own motivational poster, wondering if he's still a loser because he didn't grind hard enough after getting expelled. My man is listing his stats: 0 mana, a secret murder suit he can't tell anyone about, and a whole lot of L's. But the shonen protagonist switch flips again, and he decides he's going to make this dream happen, stats be damned. He remembers the deal with his parents: secure the bag in 2 months or it's back to university. The final countdown has begun. Yuma's back on his shonen protagonist shit, ready to spam job applications like it's a damn gotcha game. My man is declaring his new career path with the confidence of someone who didn't just get expelled for being useless. And 2 weeks later, the rejection emails start rolling in. The universe is not done handing him L's. He's absolutely shook that his 0 mana resume isn't getting him any callbacks. The shock is palpable. The cell phone hits as he realizes he was aiming way too high for a professional underachiever. The panic sets in as he realizes he's got a month and a half left to not become a complete disappointment.